Okay, here is what we have for today. It is January 6, 2021. As you can see, I am doing the ES now because it's better for me now that Mack is back providing his analysis. It's better for me to compare the trades I mark against his. So that's why I'm marking up this chart today. In the morning, if you traded in the morning, it should have been very easy for you to make money. This move up was just non-stop. I'm pretty sure these are like record highs. So we got a trend line break, and then we had this slight upward channel, and prices have been going down ever since. Not as much as I would have thought, though. With all this stuff going on in DC, I would have thought we would be seeing a landslide downward, but maybe this move down 740, that's like a 30-point decrease, so maybe that is big. Anyway, let's get into these trades. In the morning, we had prices ranging here. This is before, this is right at market open, it looks like. So yeah, I would like to go short beneath that. I don't think I was able to be watching at this point. Maybe I was, though. You know what, I probably would have had this right about here. And yeah, I love these moves. Look at this congestion. That's a great signal bar back into congestion. The congestion formed in a downtrend, so it's more likely that this breakout will fail. And that's perfect signal bar back into congestion. I love these moves. And then we get this spike in channel that lasted like the whole morning. So you don't get a good signal bar here for the second entry off the trend line, but it does shoot up. So if your chart looks different than mine, maybe you would have taken that. And then we get this small congestion, and prices quickly break out of that. And you would have gotten burned if you took this as a breakout pullback. Just yesterday, Matt in his video was talking about something like this. You don't want to take this breakout pullback because look at how far away it is from the EMA. And that would have saved you if you didn't jump in on that. At least I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Entry would have been 27.25. Oh, okay, you would have just scalped out. But that's very risky. But you do get first entry, second entry here off the EMA, and it's a breakout pullback. So that's it's a second entry long. I didn't mark it as aggressive because of these massive moves up. But you might argue that it is. This is a higher low right here, so that probably should have been marked aggressive. And prices kept moving up. Let's see. Yeah, prices shoot up again. You know, it's days like this where I'm like, I might as well be trading the ES, but I don't have enough money in my account. I'm trading the MES till I can get that amount of money, but days like this, it's hard to go wrong. So we get this congestion right here. I guess I would probably have that there by the end. Small congestive area here. I don't really see any good entries. This is like I don't know, maybe you would look at this because prices can't break beneath this level. Keep making higher lows, and it's close to the EMA, so you might look at it that way. But then we get this failed second entry short here. We have, maybe I was considering this, the first entry, and then second entry. That's what I'm thinking. Because technically this doesn't break lower, but it does look like a first entry, second entry. It's a higher low. This would definitely be, I'm looking at this as aggressive because it's far from the EMA, but it is off the midline, so you might look at it that way. And this trend is just very strong. Prices keep moving up. I don't see how we could enter anywhere in here. You get an overshoot. The overshoot makes me believe that these entries here are probably aggressive. but we still don't have a break yet. This is a second entry long. First entry, second entry, it's off the EMA, it's off the trend line. It's low risk. It's low risk, so I say you take that. We haven't had a break yet, even though this overshoot isn't too convincing, like it's not too strong. However, this move down is pretty strong. But this second entry looks safe. And then we get first entry. This is actually a failed second entry short off the EMA and the trend line. But yeah, this might be risky too because of the overshoot. Just be careful there. And the only reason this looks tempting, these higher lows here, these are tempting. But I'm just worried because prices aren't really propelling towards this top of the trend channel. But you know what? After drawing this line, I probably wouldn't be too scared to take this higher low or this higher low. Or this one. But I don't know if this one worked. We can see. 65. Yeah, this you would have scalped out on that too. So, and then prices break the trend line and they start they make a move down, and then there's like a slight upward channel here. Look at this congestion right here. It's very tight. Breaks out, shoots up. People are probably going short here. Breaks out, shoots up, pulls back. You know what? Nah, that's a failed second entry short. This looks tempting, this signal bar, but it doesn't look like it's according to the rules. Then we get this failed second entry short close to the EMA. I'm not sure. I marked it as aggressive because this looks congestive. So you definitely want to be careful. And here, if you started trading at market open, you should be done by here anyway, because there was plenty of moves to get in on that uptrend. I don't see anything here. Here, let's see. First entry. This is a second entry short off the midline, very far away from the EMA though. Prices come down here, hit the bottom of this channel. You might take this engulfing bar. This is definitely a trap. People are going short here. Very good bearish signal bar, but it's down into the trend line. So if you put a market order right there, as soon as it breaks lower, that's a nice trap. It's a higher low off the trend line, an engulfing bar. And this is actually technically a second entry short. I would be a little hesitant to take that because this might be an overshoot. So we're waiting for a break. The break eventually comes. I would imagine when the news came out about what's going on in DC. Big move down, followed by another big move down. Let's see, let's measure this. Look at that. That's almost, it probably missed it by 2 ticks maybe. Eventually we got there and went further, but almost perfect measured move. I don't see how we could enter in here. This looks alright, but it's back into the range already. You could look at this. Look, this range formed in a downtrend. So you might be super aggressive and go short here, very far from the EMA. It's a counter trend breakout, so you might consider that, but I didn't want to mark it. It's not a second entry or nothing. It's not you would probably prefer waiting on a lower high. as we see here. So we got to move down this congestion. If we extend this, we make this low, and then we get a higher low back into that congestion. I really like these. It's far from the EMA, so I like that. And then if you draw a trend line from here off these two highs, you get a lower high off the trend line with space back to the EMA too. So if you're trading that, you get a big move. Then I don't know, prices are just really just chopping up here, so I didn't like this area, but this, I'm seeing this held prices right here. This kind of looks like a slight uptrend. I think prices are really just going crazy here. This is a second entry long. If you drew off these lows, it's a second entry long. And now prices are just figuring out what to do. So that's what I saw today. I'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, make sure you compare. If you watch this first, make sure you compare what I did to Mack. Think about it for yourself, and I'll be back tomorrow.